the Indo-Gangetic Plain. Let us now learn about the next major relief division. This is the Indo-Gangetic Plain. This great northern plain is formed by the interaction of river Indus, Ganga and Brahmaputra and their tributaries. About 20 million years ago, it was a shallow basin which was later gradually filled with varied alluvial soil that was brought by rivers from the Himalayas. The Indo-Gangetic Plains consist of three divisions: the western part, the central part, the eastern part. The western part was formed by the Indus and its tributaries, the Jhelum, the Chenab, the Ravi, the Beas and the Sutlej. Most of the Indus basin is located in Pakistan, leaving minor portion of Punjab and Haryana plains in India. The Doab features dominate the fertile line between the two rivers. The central part is known as the Ganga Plain. It extends from the rivers Ghaggar to Teesta. This part is mainly found in the states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and partly in Haryana, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. The river Ganga, Yamuna, and their tributaries Sone, Kosi, etc., drain in this region. The eastern part of the plain exists in the Brahmaputra valley of Assam, and the river Brahmaputra is responsible for its formation. The Himalayan rivers deposit gravel and pebble sediments in the narrow belt of 8 to 16 kilometers width, found parallel to foothills of Shivaliks. This feature is known as Bhabhar. Bhabhar is porous in nature. Small rivers and streams flow underground through Bhabhar and reappear in lower areas and form a swampy and marshy region called Terai. This region had thick forest and rich variety of wildlife. Most of the Terai zone has now been cleared and used for agricultural operations. Fine alluvial plain regions are found to the south of Terai region. The Peninsular Plateau. The Indian Plateau is also known as the Peninsular Plateau as it is surrounded by the sea on three sides. It is composed of old crystalline, hard igneous and metamorphic rock. Metallic and non-metallic minerals resources are found in this region. This region has broad and shallow valleys with rounded hills. The topography of the plateau is slightly tilted towards east, and the western and eastern Ghats form the western and eastern edges respectively. The southernmost tip is Kanyakumari. This plateau region is broadly divided into two regions: the Central Highlands, which is also called Malwa Plateau, and the Deccan Plateau. Adjacent to the south of the Gangetic Plains and north of the river Narmada are the Central Highlands. On the western side are Malwa Plateau, and towards the east is the Chota Nagpur Plateau. These plateaus are dry and the rivers are not perennial. The second crops depends on deep tube wells and tanks. Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich mineral resources. The peninsular region that lies to the south of Narmada, a triangular landmass, is called the Deccan Plateau. Satpura range forms the Deccan Plateau's north edge, while the Mahadev, the Kaimur range and a portion of Michael range are the eastern edges. Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats and Nilgiris form western, eastern and southern boundaries respectively. The Western Ghats lie parallel to the west coast. The structure of Western Ghats is continuous with a few passes as the gateways to coastal plains. The Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghats extend for 1,600 kilometers. The Nilgiris join the Western Ghats near Gudaluru and rise to over a height of about 2,000 meters. The famous hill station Udagamandalam or Ooty is located in Nilgiris. Dodabetta is the highest peak here. Western Ghats include the Anaimalai, Palani and Cardamom hills. Anaimudi and Anaimalai hills is the highest peak in South India. The Eastern Ghats extend from Mahanadi Valley in the north to Nilgiris in the south. Eastern Ghats are not continuous. Rivers that flow across the plateau are Godavari and Krishna originate in Western Ghats and join the Bay of Bengal. The highest peak in Eastern Ghats is Aroyakonda, found at Chintapalli in Andhra Pradesh. Nallamals, Velikons, Palakindas and Sheshachala are some hilly tracts in these ghats. The remarkable feature of Peninsular Plateau is black soils formed due to volcanic activity. The Thar Desert. Did you ever see any desert and what the features of a desert? Now let us learn about it. The Thar Desert is located on the leeward side of Aravallis. The desert occupies much of western Rajasthan. The desert receives very low amount of rainfall ranging from 100 to 150 millimeters per year. The desert consists of sandy plain and rocky outcrops. It has arid climate with very low vegetation cover. Streams appear during rainy season and disappear soon after. Luni is the only river in this area. These internal drainage rivers fill into the lakes and don't reach the